3. Baseball trick shots. Wait.
Bonjour everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new video in which we're going to talk about the WZ-121 GFT event, because if you saw Wargaming official YouTube channel this morning, you saw that they released kind of a trailer for the upcoming event that should start within by that time I'm recording 1.5 hours, and basically it will allow you to unlock all the tanks we are showing right now: the T-34-3, a tier 8 medium premium Chinese tank, the WZ-121 GFT that I don't need to name anymore because it's so popular that everybody knows what it is, the Type 62, the tier 7 light premium Chinese tank, and finally, same for the M41D, the latest of the Chinese premium that got implemented into the game. First thing first, we are gonna take a look at the WZ-121 GFT in battle so I can talk about the characteristics, because I feel like this is something a lot of you would like to know. This tank was sold back in the days for 42 euros. That was the only time Wargaming sold it for money, and after it never came in gold as well. If I'm not mistaken, this tank is only either in crates or in the gambling machine Wargaming is creating during the Christmas event, etc. Was it a mistake to implement that tank? I don't think so, because yes, it's really strong, but nowadays a lot of players know how to fight it. But even if they know, this tank is still quite strong because it features everything you need for an OP tank to be OP, aka an amazing gun, a really good reload time, a really good penetration, a really good accuracy, everything, and a really good armor. What I mean by that is that when you take a look at the front of the tank, you're not going to see it necessarily here. You need to take a look at the H2D, but let's say that the two parts on the side of the gun are more armored than the rest of the tank, which means that if you place your tank in a position from which you can't show your opponents the lower part of the hull, you are going to have quite a strong armor and being able to bounce literally everything as long as they're not using gold shell. You're going to see against the Tiger II, for example, boom, let's bounce it. And finally, the last thing that complete the OPness, let's say it like that, of this tank is probably the fact that this mobility is insane. You will go around 40-45 kilometers per hour, which means that with this tank you are extremely versatile. You can either take a kind of hold down position and bounce everything, so hold the line, or you can push through with the rest of the mediums like I did in the first minute of the replay by taking the hill. You can do literally whatever you want, and that's what is interesting about it, and that's what makes it broken, and that's why Wargaming knows it's a wanted tank, and so they don't put it in a direct bundle where you could buy it, because yes, they will make a lot of money on a short period of time, but in the end after, people will spend less on the other premiums, because what's the point of having other premiums when you already acquire all the broken one? If a broken premium is better than a regular premium, you will never buy the regular premium. So this is it for the WZ-121 GFT. Now the real question is how are you going to acquire that tank? How is it possible for the event? Is it free to play? Is it pay to win? And I'm sorry all of a sudden to tell you that, but it's pay to win. There are two possibilities. At this time, I'm not sure, because Wargaming said, yeah, check the information feed for you to know what the event is all about, but it's not on yet. But based on my sources, it's either we have the possibility, let's say we play our tanks in battle and you have a random chance to get a crate that is gonna come and get linked directly into your storage, and that you will have to open using keys that you will have to buy in the store for either gold or money. We don't know yet, but I think it will be gold. Or you will have the possibility of winning those keys directly into the game. And let me show you what I mean by that, taking a video I did when the Chieftain MK6 event was on. To show you what I mean, wait, it's the opposite for you. Open lock boxes. This is what I mean by the event that is waiting for you to get the WZ-121 GFT. You will have to open lock boxes. And if I'm not mistaken, the last time it was sold, you see, you had the keys, the possibility to buy keys, but for either gold or dollars as well, and that was something interesting. At least it would allow you to get all the tanks, because when you take a look at parts of certificates you need, you will be able to either get the WZ-121 GFT guaranteed with a really slow, or low I should say, drop chance. 2% it was for the Chieftain last time it was sold, whereas for the others it was part of certificates. So you could expect the Type 62, the M41D and the T34-3 to get into those boxes through the form of certificates, and once you gather 100 of them, you will have the possibility to exchange them for the certificate for the tank, and when you click on it, you will get the tank in your garage. This is how it worked, and I don't remember if I did an opening of my box, or did I? No, I didn't do an opening, but that's basically what it looks like. As you can see, when we take a look at the T4485 that was implemented this way the first time it was released, you had to gather parts for certificate, and here when we get 100, as you can see, you can exchange it for a legendary certificate that will give you the tank. And this is pretty much what, yeah, that's what expects you. No, that's what awaits you. This is better. That's what awaits you in this event, guys, and hopefully you will be able, all of you, to get the tank. Now the last question we're gonna answer is, what tanks are worth it, and what are the different type of tanks you could expect in those boxes? We already talked about the tank. Obviously the WZ-121 GFT is the main reward, and definitely a tank you want to acquire and get in your garage because of how good it is, but it's not necessarily the only one. There's also the Type 62, which is really known among the community to be one of the best light tanks at tier 7. It does everything with a great penetration, great reload time, and quite a funny tank to play with. The M41D is probably the least interesting of those 4 tanks that are going to be in the event, because this one is, let's say, it's like a Bulldog. It's just a Tech 3 Bulldog, but reskinned with maybe a faster mobility, but it's not enough for you to make it either interesting or really a good tank to play with. And finally, the T34-3, which is good in the game mode, the special game modes like Uprising, Gravity, etc. And that's probably why you would like to acquire it. But in regular battles, let's say that it's average. I'm not going to say that it's bad, because it's not, but it's quite a fun tank to play in the new game modes or burning games, Gravity, Uprising, etc, etc. So if you're looking for tanks to have fun, I would say the top one you want to get is obviously this one, top 2, top 3, and top 4. So yeah, I'm not gonna bother you anymore, guys. I just wanted to explain the event because Wargaming didn't do it on their video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If that's the case, feel free to subscribe, like, and share, and I'm gonna see you soon for a new video. Au revoir.